Assalamu alaikum, welcome back to episode 7 of Peace in a Pod. Yeah, I know, I am really sorry. We did take, I want to call it a brief hiatus. I think it's over 2 months.
Has it
2
been
months,
that
yeah,
long?
2 months or
Man.
so. But you know what? It comes with good news. We're back. We're back and we're better than...
100%.
Inshallah, we're better than ever.
100%. Do you know, it comes a problem. I think because of how strict the fasting was for both of us, I think the moment it was over, our brain automatically went to, you're free. Not in a bad way, like you're free from, but you can do things now. Even though it's still sin what we were doing. So the moment that church service finished, I had a fag. I didn't smoke for 8 weeks.
Yeesh. Do you know what? There's no excuses, man. Just fell off. It was really bad. Like when we've been talking about it ever since we've been doing it, and ever since we've fallen off. And the truth is, the podcast itself helped me stay grounded a lot.
Bro,
man.
It's not just grounded. It helped me learn more about both religions. Do you know what I mean? Like when it kept me disciplined. It helped me do more research. It just helped me progress. Do you know what I mean? Because we talk about what the next episode will be. Every time it was different, you had to learn new things. Do you see what I mean? So the information that was getting stuck in your head because of the fact that you had to learn, and that information stuck with you religiously, like the things you didn't know, you learned more, and you see what I mean? Ever since we stopped, bro, I haven't done any of that.
I've lost the peace that I had within.
Major one, bro, and I'm getting attacked so much more now.
The sleep, my sleep's not the same.
Terrible, absolutely, bro. I wake up 4 or 5 times a night now.
When you say attacks, what do you mean exactly by attacks?
Like spiritually attacked.
Attacks,
I feel it. Genuinely, I feel it. Like my anger's back. Like it was like when I was fasting, bro. I was in the most amount of peace.
Euphoria, yeah,
bro. It was. I see, and I always say to people, I see why fasting is recommended so highly, because because the discipline that it puts you in, the peace of mind, the peace itself, bro, it's something that cannot be it cannot be explained until you do it.
Fasting, because of course it works really well for me, because you're giving up the things that are halal normally, but during the period of the fast, that you can't have it. So naturally, when you're giving up your things that are prescribed for you, you're going to stay away from things that are impermissible for you anyway. Like, who fasts and then does nonsense on the side? Do you know what I mean? It just doesn't happen.
100%. Do you know, even while I was fasting, like, my mind never even wandered off.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Like, it got to a point after the first week, once I got used to the no smoking, once I got used to, like, this is what I need to do, and I've got 7 weeks left of it.
Yeah.
It got so much easier once I understood what the assignment was. You're doing it for God. Once I put that into my head, it got so much easier.
Do you know what, though? Even though, like, the truth is we fell off, even though that's happened, you know what they say about when someone relapses, they go off the rails even worse. I would still say, though, like, and as you mentioned earlier, the things that you've learned before have stuck with you because we had to learn them to share the information.
Fact.
But it's still, I've managed to stay off a lot of the nonsense that I was on prior to starting.
Yep.
Like me, this point last year, idiot. You know what I mean? But right now it's a lot better.
I still haven't had a drink this whole entire year, bro. Haven't been to a club, ain't been doing nothing. But do you see what I mean? Like but it's not
busy with worldly affairs. That's what it's become to.
That's where it's like I'm more grounded within work. Like I've still got my time set for my prayers. Now, before, like, stop everything what I'm doing. Now I'm like, snooze. And carry on what I'm doing. And because I kept doing that so much, it became a habit.
Yeah, it stopped becoming first of mind, and now it's just become something that, a bit of a chore. Like, it's that's the problem. We've made it feel like a chore when it was our first priority.
When me and you were heavy on this, for me it was like, when it was time, it was time, bro. Like, I don't care what I was
I've seen you, like, we would be chilling. You just have to say, yo, I'm gonna have to come back, man. 5 minutes, just bear with me. I'm like, yeah, bro, do your thing.
But like, this is why I'm glad that we come back on this, get back onto it as well. we've got some really big episodes coming up that we've spoke about that will know two ways about it, especially one of the episodes what we're going to have to learn for it. It will emerge us straight back in, because I love that when we had an episode, I immerse myself into it, and because it's religious, you start learning a lot of new things along the way, and it's just beautiful.
The effort was never wasted when it was doing this.
There's another thing that changed me. Before, I used to watch religious films, religious shows. You see what I mean? I stopped completely watching it.
Yeah. It's become nonsense, fam, like, really, innit? You know
and I used to learn so much from them as well, and it used to make me feel good, and bro, like, there's a lot of change. Like, at least 75% of me has changed from it, and far from... The good thing is, me and you have always acknowledged that we've strayed away.
Fell off. We've
never been ignorant to it, and that's a major thing. It's good in the eyes of God that he sees, cool, these man ain't fully lost. He knows we will come back. He understands, but when we started this platform, it was to better, first and foremost, better.
The main agenda was to better ourselves, of course.
And it was working hugely for us. It really was, literally for the both of us. We even had each other. If you had questions, if I had questions, I saw you, how you were on your deen, you saw me, and it just made us better and better and better. That's another thing. We haven't been hanging around as much as well.
Bro,
fell off.
That's fallen off. That's fallen off compared to what it was.
But it just goes to show, like, the actual title of this whole podcast, the interfaith harmony, how two people from different religions never argued but brought each other closer to their own faith. Never, bro, come to Christianity. Bro, come to that. Bro, the way God see it is just worship me. But we brought each other closer to our own faith, and it was beautiful. And I think is what I do genuinely believe we will get. Of course, man. Inshallah, of course. I think, as the saying always goes, you know, if you remember me, I will remember you. And we saw that, bro. We saw that. It made, like, when we was in remembrance of the Lord, it brought us closer, and He wanted us there. So we saw all that. You know what I mean? And one thing though, I do want to say to the viewers that we know personally as well, that that actually put it on us. Told us that many times.
Yeah, told us, like, yo, what's going on? Where's your episode?
Bro, I used to get it 4 or 5 times a week. It was literally, bro, when's the episode coming out?
Where's the episode?
You got the most road man messaging me, bro, when's the next episode? Hurry up.
But the good thing was though, man, like, you know, as much as we benefited from it, they kept telling us that they also benefited from it as well, and that's one thing that we needed a lot.
The one thing I found out, it was during Ramadan and Lent. A lot of people come to me and said, bro, it's helped me majorly. Like, it's helped me stay grounded as well, because I feel like I was in a journey with you. To be fair, we see a lot of them as well. And they always talk to us, and they always ask us questions, and we've always said we're far from scholars or anything like that. We're learning every day, but we can always give advice on the things we have learned, especially with some of our
personal experiences and stuff.
So with a lot of our episodes, like I said earlier, we are required to go deep into the research. Obviously, sometimes there's been a few times when we've done it and I've missed out certain things because not all of it's registered, but I'll always go back and and that's what made it beautiful. The things I didn't know that you asked me, I'd go and
man.
There were so many aspects of us getting closer to religion. It started off as I'm not saying in a bad way, we had to because of the episode, and you submerge in it, and then you start seeing the beauty of God, the beauty of the religion, and it was like, this is becoming nice. Do you see what I mean? Then after fasting and that, it's just So I do reckon, I have no doubt in my mind that we'll return there.
Inshallah, man, inshallah. But like you were saying as well, during Ramadan and during Lent, obviously I had more personal experiences with people doing Ramadan, of course, as you can imagine, and a lot of the times, man, they kept saying, like, alhamdulillah, like, watching the podcast has really helped them stay and do a full month of Ramadan, which is something that they haven't done before. So it was a
bear in mind, a lot of friends around us this year have kept their fast as well, and they've always spoke to us how it's helped them.
So alhamdulillah, man, all the success we know comes from the Lord anyway, first and foremost, you know what I mean?
100%.
If we're a medium to that, bro, please, and it's amazing. I'd love to take that.
The way I see things like that is God works through us for people. There's no two ways about it. We started this journey literally from talking about it in a car park to literally, let's go buy a camera.
Yeah,
we went together to buy the camera, and
that,
now
that journey though, bro, I still remember that journey.
Yeah.
Full conversation. That was the rawest episode of Peace in the Pod.
that would have been sick to record.
Unfortunately, we didn't record it, but man, that would have been the one.
But we'll definitely get back there. It is nice when people tell us that their episode, even, bro, I've got atheists that are coming up to me saying it's really interesting. Like, I'm learning so much. Yeah. But these are just little touch-ups. Like, people that don't believe in God, it's like, oh, this is beautiful. Oh, this is beautiful. Seeing people, in an Orthodox point of view, it is live by example. Do you see what I mean? So, yeah. And I noticed as well then, the way me and you were living was rubbing off on a lot of people. Like, me and you weren't there saying, come, convert.
Yeah.
No, none of that. It was, they were seeing how me and you were so submerged in it, how we took it serious, how we showed the beautiful side of it, and they loved it.
Yeah, no, 100. We was, as you said, we were so immersed in it, and that was the type of dawah that we were both trying to do. We wasn't trying to just speak to you and tell you to do it. We were trying to do it on, me personally, I was trying to do it on the way of, like, the companions of the prophets. Like, they never actually, let's say, set up stalls in, markets and towns and tried inviting people there. It was their character and the way they behaved that people saw the beauty of Islam and thought, you know what, this is the truth, this is for me. And I'm sure yours is the same as well. It was never like, yo, let's open up a store, let's try and get people. Obviously now, there's nothing wrong with that. I don't want to make it sound like there is something wrong with that.
Yeah.
Because, you're still doing a lot of good in inviting people over to the faith. But
as long as you don't mislead them.
Yeah, and spread lies.
That's the main thing. It doesn't matter what religion you are. You can hear in Christianity, Islam, Judaism. But if you are preaching, preach
the truth.
What you
know, believe to be the truth. Yeah.
But don't just if you believe, don't just say it unless you got, because it's still straying them away.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? Like, if a Muslim ever asks me, I can never answer what you can answer. Do you see what I mean? And so vice versa. It's one of them things. But me and you have gained enough knowledge, because we started this as a journey like everyone else. With starting out.
Yeah.
But we've learned over time. Do you see what I mean? So a lot of people have come to me and asking me questions, and I've had number of people, okay, bro, what's this? It still shocked me to that, like, to every time that I can answer it with confidence. And I know it's fact. It's same as my fasting, where before, because this was my first ever fast, it was the thing from 12 a.m. to 6 p.m. was the proper strict Orthodox fast. And before that, if I didn't do this podcast, I would have known none of that.
Of course. And you know what? One other part as well, of course, we've gained knowledge as well through doing it. And right now, I'd say most questions that come to me, I can probably answer maybe 80% of those. But the 20% I can't answer. But from starting this podcast, I now know exactly where to look, which is, where you've erased the falsehood and a lot of the inaccurate information that you could have seen in the past. Now you know exactly which materials to look for. And even then, bro, that's one major win, because now I can go back to you the following day and tell you, look, I didn't know then, but this is what I believe it to be, based on X, Y, and Z.
And the other thing is now as well, I actually forgot to fully tell you as well. Like, when I go to my barbers, I've got people saying to me, like, "Oh, I've seen you on the podcast. I've seen, like, when's your next episode?" I'm like, "Oh shit, yeah."
But you know what? When they was asking when's your next episode, when we were on it, I used to love it.
Yeah.
But now it's just highlighting, like,
I'm not gonna lie. Now when they do, it also makes me feel guilty how much it fell off.
Yeah.
Like, other people are noticing, and it's frustrating to me.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Yeah. I do notice, but when others are noticing now, it's like, come on, Milan,
it's not hidden. It's not hidden.
Yeah, you've strayed away too much.
It's news. It's well, not world news, but it's common knowledge now, mate. You've fallen off. You know what I mean?
But I'm really excited for the next and upcoming episodes.
Yeah,
I think because there's so much information, especially when we submerge into it. I think it won't take us long to get back to where we got to be.
You see, another reason though that one of the additional one of the additional reasons of why we restarted the podcast is, the other day I was actually having an interesting conversation, Milan, with an atheist. He goes to me, why do you believe Islam is the truth? And like I said, right now we probably know about, when we was on it, we knew about 80%. Obviously I've fallen off a bit. Maybe that my knowledge has been a bit not on point. So from what I could remember, this is basically what I told him, and Yeah, this will be another episode that's upcoming for why we both believe that why each of our faiths is the truth. But just from memory and just quickly going over it, he goes to me, why do you believe Islam is the truth? And I go, first and foremost, we have the Quran. The Quran in itself is a miracle. Like in the start of the second chapter, it basically goes ذَلِكَ الْكِتَابُ لَا رَيْبَ فِيهِ, which I'm sure basically means like this is the book that there are no errors. And you know, it's come with that promise. It came with that promise when it was revealed, and that promise is still true to this day, that you cannot be able to create something like this. Like, it's come from there. And it's a book that also has a lot of detail about, you know, the fetus and the way the fetus grows. And also about, like, the rivers and the storms. There's 2 rivers in the world that they're touching, but they're not mixing with each other. They're separated, so... There's all of these things and these legislations that have come as well into the Quran. And for all of those things to be revealed to an illiterate shepherd and to have 0 imperfections in there, to me, that is a miracle. That is the truth in itself. Like, I think once as well, I've had this discussion as well. Like, you know, it wasn't even nothing rude. It's like... you know, the Arabic language and the way that the Quran is revealed as well, a lot of it rhymes and a lot of it is very easy to memorize.
I think in that situation, I think it's only English and American language you don't. Because in Serbian, when I hear in Serbian or even Arabic, the Orthodox hymns, they sound beautiful.
Yeah.
When I hear it in English, bro, I can't even listen. I know it's still holy. I just can't listen to it.
Yeah. No, I know what you mean.
It sounds like man just... I can't even explain how it sounds.
But the thing is, in Islam, you have to, like, when you're doing your salah, when you're doing your prayer, you have to do it in Arabic.
Oh, okay,
like, you can do your supplications, like, you know, when you're making your own personal ask and request about stuff and you don't know it in Arabic, then you could do it, like, when you're bowing down in prostration, ask for whatever you want, like, you know, you could do it then, just before the salams, ask for whatever you want, in whatever language you can speak of. But there are certain pillars and within the salah that has to be done in Arabic. You can't do nothing else. So when you see some of these scenes on Twitter where you get these people trying to do their own version of Islam where they're reading it in Arabic and then translating it themselves whilst they're in salah, I'm thinking, what are you doing? Who's told you to do it?
Oh, really? I've not seen any of that.
It's American Islam, man. It's that weird one, you know what I mean? I feel odd even calling it a variation of Islam.
Everyone now is trying to change religion in their own way, and I never understand it.
Bro, the other day, I saw an LGBT masjid in Bangladesh, bro.
Back home?
Bangladesh, yeah, bro.
I'm not even saying in a bad way, but back home,
that surprised me. That surprised me. I don't know who leads the salah, because generally the imam is a man, like, I'm not going to lie. But an LGBT, I don't know how it works. I obviously saw it and I thought, cross. I'm not trying to interact with this, I'm not trying to mess up my cookies.
I saw a Protestant pastor taking a mick out of the way Orthodox prostrate. Like, literally laughing. He's like, they look so aggressive.
They do the ones that we see on TV where they bend down and then cross the hands.
Who?
That their way of Protestant.
No, they just...
Yeah, on the knees though, right?
No.
They don't have to do it on the knees.
Do you know why? I read as well.
Go on.
Why Orthodox and Muslims pray like this as well. Why this is, you know, from the devil.
I was gonna say, because that reminds me of Hinduism.
Do you know why you open your... You're
begging.
No, it's that as well, but it's God's energy. Like your body's opened up to receive God's grace more. Like this, you're closed off from the whole. So if you say salah or the actual prayer, your body's closed off. When you open up your body, it opens up everything inside you. So you receive God's grace as well as the beg part. You see what I mean? Like this, you should never pray like this. And I urge everyone to not. Like, if you are a Christian, don't pray like that. Actually, I'm actually not even joking. Do your research on this. So just so you still know that I'm just saying things. Like, but yeah, I was watching quite a deep one where...
That does sound interesting.
Yeah, you should never pray like this because you're closing off from... It's basically you're closing off from God. It's like you're meant to open up, and this is how you pray to receive God as well at the same time as well as beg.
Okay, now that sounds interesting. I just want to point out there as well, I think from the sunnah as well is to do it like this, so in the begging sense, or that's one way, or even like this where It's about to nose at eye level. These are the ways according to the sunnah. Just to also kind of clarify what a sunnah is, it's either what the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam he did, he approved, or he said to do. Basically, so, but when I say it's what he approved, it's basically what the companions did, and he goes, yes. You know what I mean? Or if it's forbidden, he would have said, no, don't do that. So these are the sunnahs. So basically, yeah, sorry, and another one as well, bro. I think this is also very good, and you may even be able to use it as well. So the other day I saw a non-Muslim, and he was telling me he had a lot of interest in Islam, and I was there with another friend of mine as well who was a Muslim, and he was very inquisitive, asking him about these questions and this, that. I thought there was nothing wrong with that. And when it came to my time to ask a question, I left it quite basic. I didn't want to interrogate him too much because obviously he's done his research and this, that. And he goes, yeah, you know, I like it, but there's a few things that I'm not really sure about. Like me personally, I think I want to become a Muslim when I'm a better person. I don't really want to do it now and then continue in sin and then do it like this. I go, very well, that's, each to their own. But I'll ask you one question now, and you don't need to give me the answer because I want you to ponder on it and think about it all night long. Now, we all know life's short. You could die tomorrow. So, knowing that full well, that you could die at any point, would you rather die as a bad Muslim, or would you rather die as a non-Muslim, knowing what you know? Just think about that and let me know.
That is deep. There was one, a guy asked an Orthodox pastor as well. He goes, he said similar. He goes, I want to, but I smoke weed. I'm not here. And the guy's like, if you change, no one says you have to stop drugs and alcohol. He's like, what do you mean? He's like, when you come, you will change that. That will leave you automatically. No one said you have to be perfect to enter the faith. How he used the expression, something. I forgot how it went, but it was so sick how we put it. It's like something to do like, do you enter the shower clean and come out dirty, or is it the vice versa? He goes, that's how religion is. Like you're dirty and you enter, and you get clean, you
cleanse yourself.
Yeah, you see what I mean? That's how it works. Don't let, because a lot of problem is a lot of people are staying away from faith because they are sinful. Yeah. But they don't realize that that's what the devil's making you do. Go in. You're not a single sin that can't be forgiven. Go in, and I guarantee you'll change.
No, word, fam, word. I guess I also clarified some misconceptions that he may have had. So he was there also thinking, when I become a Muslim, everything's reborn. I'm brand new. I go, not necessarily. Like, you see, from what you've done in the past, all your sins are forgiven. But all the good deeds you've done in the past when you was a non-Muslim, they don't get erased. So you're not brand new. You still keep all the good that you've done from previous.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
But all your past sins have been erased. So reborn isn't quite the right word.
That right there just shows the mercy of God.
Yeah, it should be 100.
He lets you keep all your good, but deletes all your bad.
Clears that.
Even before you come to him.
So your search history stays, just the incognito is fully gone.
Yeah. That right there just goes to show
honestly,
how merciful he is to us. Like how much we don't deserve him.
So that's definitely an episode we're going to go more in depth of the why we believe each of our faiths is the truth.
Yeah, that's one of them. There's another one for the non-believers as well.
One for the non-believers.
That one, I think them two are going to be long episodes.
We need to also sort out some technicalities on our side so we can sort out a little ring guest as well. Don't want to give you a date on that yet. Let us just sort out the technicalities. Once we're sorted there, that will be a very good, interesting guest, and it's going to be nothing like anyone's seen before, so we're going to try to get that ready.
It will be the Wandsworth prison one.
Haram!
But yeah, man, honestly, Milan, thanks as well, bro, for constantly shouting me to do this as well.
Bro, vice versa, we both understood the assignment that had to be done again. It was, bro, you weren't the only one, because every time it was like we set a date, because we cancelled a few times. Every time we set a date, I was like, oh man, we've got to do the episode. Today I was actually genuinely excited for it. I was like, it's like I felt it was the right thing to do. Finally.
yesterday, bro, we even had to reschedule it for today. Because it was too late on in the night and didn't want it to be rushed. Had to actually give it our full undivided attention.
In this room, it's a good thing we did, because right now all you would have seen is streams of sweat. Today is actually, it's not that hot, is it?
It's a lovely
actually
day.
Coolish. So, but yesterday was muggy. So it is a good thing we did. 100%. But we'll get back on it now, regular episodes again, and it'll be getting back to how it was before. There's no two ways about it.
Yeah. No, I'm happy with things. Obviously making that first break over.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think. So yeah, obviously today was just mainly about letting you guys know we are still alive, alhamdulillah, and we are returning. But we don't want to take up too much of your time. We will come back and we'll give you regular episodes as we have done, inshallah. And without anything more to say, I just want to thank you guys for staying here first of all, and salam
and God bless.